Okay, I got my story. Oh, about a tea. Hello, everyone. Um, yeah, I want to just tell a story. The first video that I did was me reading from a book, and then the second video I had my eye attached to the chromatic tuner, and so I'm just going to tell a story and not think. I'm just going to talk. So I want to tell you about the day that this little bugger came into my life, Fisher the cat. I was taking one of my other cats to the vet, and I noticed that trying to remember if we got there and there were these two girls and they had they looked to be like they were in college age. Um, they looked like they had this little kitten, and the little kitten unfortunately had a fish hook in its mouth. And turns out that they were turned away by the vet clinic because they didn't have enough money to pay for the cat's bill. And so it just so happens that I have a soft heart for animals, and cats in particular, and gray cats are in particular. And so I offered to pay to get, I mean, you couldn't turn away the little kitten, who had the hook in his mouth. And so I offered to pay for it. And it turns out that the animal clinic they wouldn't do it like a fee for service. They wanted, the cat to get its immunizations and all the other things, right? And so as it turns out, the girls didn't want to do that either. And I said, well, I would be more than happy to adopt the cat from you. And so that's what I ended up doing. And they gave me the little kitten, and I took it out, and we named him Fisher because of the fish hook. And he has been just an absolute delight. There are moments, like a moment ago, when he was making a bunch of noise, and it, aggravates me a little bit. But he's a little stink pot. But he is definitely my son, and all of our cats have been adoptees from the animal shelter. But he really was kind of the one that was unexpected and everything else. Yes, you were. You were very unexpected. Little snot. But I love him to death. I mean, he's an awesome cat. He periodically, when he goes outside, he brings trophies. He's very good at catching snakes and birds. And I try to discourage him from killing things, but at the same time, it's in his nature. And I understand that. It's a cat's a cat. But anyway, that's the story of Fisher. And this is me talking without really thinking about it. I'm not watching this. Of course, now I'm watching the scale. Let me see what I'm coming. I'm just going to say Fisher. Well, that came in at a D4, which is what I want it to be. But this is a concern of mine. I try to see if I can express something that's more emotional, because that's something that I've always felt about this voice. And unfortunately, there's a part of me that feels like I'm not going to watch myself in the monitor anymore. Or I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to put this down. Stop it. Uh-oh. I started a program. Okay. So I'm going to put this little video off to the side. That way I can't watch it. But no, I just want to talk. Okay, now he's... Okay, now my cat is peeing in the bag. Are you just peeing to pee? Ay, 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 ay. All right, now I'm looking at myself. Okay. So, let me see if I can get an emotional response out of me, because I feel like, okay, here we go. Ooh, digging deep. I feel like there's a part of my, falling into it, letting it go. Ooh, boy, this is deep. There's a part of me that's very, very vulnerable. And I guess that's kind of what I look at. Using this voice somewhat enables me to project what I imagine to be a very, very vulnerable an internal part of me that I just can't do with my other voice, my lower pitched voice. And I often wonder if it would be possible just to talk this way forever, and almost, like the Pensieve in Harry Potter, pull that other voice out and throw it away or file it, archive it, I don't know. But I wonder, the more that I talk, if I was to talk this way all the time, if, would this be the voice that would become my permanent voice, or the voice that is imprinted upon me that I always, this would be the voice that I would always use, and that's a concern. If I try to go a little too high, or could I come down a little bit? And again, but this is a very comfortable, I feel like I've worked this little niche out, and if I could, this would be my test tone every day when I would wake up, and I would be able to talk this way all day long. Is this something I could get used to? And I wonder, I don't know. It's a very comfortable shoe to put on, this voice. And again, I wonder too, if I am being authentic, okay, I have to listen to how it sounds. But I'm wondering too, again, as I open myself up to a very vulnerable space, is this the voice that my brain is providing as a way of dealing with some inner feelings? Or maybe perhaps is this, and again, a way of connecting with some of the inner feelings? Ooh, boy, the world is getting topsy-turvy now. Ooh, ground floor, maybe. If I was to go on from here. So again, I don't know. It would be nice though. I wonder somewhat where do we learn our voices? And granted, we have, I'm going to shift here. I'm going to move this monitor. Ooh, I lost color. That's my light. It'll come back in a minute, maybe. I can force it to come back. Hold on. Come back in. Okay, there we go. Color! Ted Turner! All right, I'll be serious for a moment. Just a little bit. But I wonder where, we get so used to that other voice. And from a masculine space, it's very demanding and very commandeering and very forceful, And yeah, okay, now I'm being a little too silly. I'm adding that extra flourish to the end of my voice, and that's, I don't know if that's really true. But again, ooh boy, there's a lot of deep veins here today I'm tapping into. But again, that idea of letting that authentic come out. And if you were to do this every day and you get used to it, would this be the new platform? If you think of your voice as somewhat being resonating, generating noises because of the length of the tube, in your voice box and whatnot. If you trained yourself to always come in at this pitch and develop a range here, the longer you use it, I wonder if that would replace the other. And then it would get hard to pop your voice back down. You know what I mean? Because your voice would get so used to being in this new spot. So I don't know. I think passion has to deal with a lot of it too, and I know we in intonation and everything else, um, word choice and how we sound. Here's a little stink pot. Love that cat. I don't know. I have to wait and see. I have to wait and see. I almost don't want to stop talking this way. Decision, decision. But anyway. All right, well, I'm going to stop, see how this sounds. And for the moment, we'll say goodnight. So, bye-bye. Till next time.